Hello everyone, this is a video about gradebook setup. I decided to create this video so that we have a unified gradebook and the students don't get varying messages and various formats of the gradebook. Here I will only focus on this grade center. So basically the big idea is that we will set this grade center in a way so that students, when they go to My Grades, they can view it and see their grades and the feedback and all this assessment and grading part. So this video is based on the assessment and grading policy that I have posted earlier. So if you go to assessment and grading part of the faculty launch page, and you will see the details of that here, and the video can also be viewed here. So going back to the gradebook, so the idea again is this is how the teacher sets it up and this is how the student sees it. So basically it's a two-way interaction between the teacher as well and the student. So I will talk about this setup, and we will set it up in a way that so that the students can view it correctly and can get updates regularly, and also correct updates, because this calculation can sometimes go wrong. So what I want to talk about here is a few practical things. So basically creating assessment bits here in the form of columns, and also calculating those columns, coming up with the final grade, and also coming up with the running final grade, which is the final grade on an ongoing basis, like in the middle of the semester, towards the end, and so on. So here we will talk about this weighted column. Weighted column is basically a column that calculates the other grades. All these columns actually calculated columns create calculations of other columns, but the one that is useful for us is the weighted column, because it calculates based on the weight of the assessment component, and I've described the weights here, so you can see that 5% for this weight, and homework assignments 20%, and so on. So back to the grade center, and we will talk about this, and we will also talk about grading schemas, which is the letters, and also if you want to use it at a more advanced format, grading color codes and so on can also be explored in this part. So that basically there's two columns we'll talk about, and also how to create these two buttons, and how to create columns so that My Grades is as accurate as possible, and also there's a unified approach so that students don't get confused from one subject to the other. Now here I want to first of all change the grading schema. So grading schema, if you open this, you will see that it is what percentage contributes what letter. That's the grading schema, and we've got A, B, C, D, and F. So the difference between these two is when you enter a number, it turns it into a letter, and when you enter a letter, it turns it into a number. I don't think that we often add letters, so I will ignore this part, though this is also important. I think it will change automatically when I change this part, so I will focus more on this. So if you go to assessment and grading policy, and at the end of this there is a document which is our grading schema. So so it says A is this letter, this number, A minus is this number, and so on, and there's a clear description of what A, B, C, D means. So I will set it up based on this. So 90 to 100. So back to this. So it will be 90 and 100. It will be 80 and 90. And let's see what the others are. And it will be 77 to 79 for B plus. I will put 45 here so that if it is above 80 it calculates, and if it is below or 80 and below 81 it calculates it. $73.70. C is 67 to 69. $63 to $66. C minus is 60. C is 63 to 60. $90, $80, $77, $73. 90, 80, 77, 73, 70, 67, 63, 60, 57, 50, 60, 57, 50. Okay, so it's 90, 80, 77, 73, 70, 67, 63, 60, 57, 50, and this. And this is also set up. I guess it's correct, it's automatically calculated. So this will be our grading schema. I will change the name as well so that we are not confused. So it will be ADA school schema. So this will be what we will apply, or it's already applied to our grading. So if I go back to grading schema, it will be visible, and this is how it is calculated right now. So if you go under this, if you want to view grade details, it's A minus, and you can see so it is 80 that the student got, and that was A minus. So that's the grading schema, so that the calculation is correct. And the next one that we will look at will be how to collect work from the students and how to create and communicate the results and the feedback. And that will be in our next video.